Hi everyone, this is Oliver Kovács. In this video I'll show you how to compose loopable Tavern music for a video game. Tavern music is a track that, what a surprise, is played in taverns in video games. These tracks often imitate folk music and use folk instruments. I'll also explain how to create seamlessly loopable tracks, which is crucial in video game music. The tempo is 100 BPM, the time signatures I used are 2/4 and 4/4, and the key signature is D minor. I often present orchestral compositions on this channel, but you don't need a full symphony orchestra to create a valuable and interesting piece of music. In this case I incorporated several folk instruments such as a Celtic fiddle, a harp, a lute, a tagelharpa, a tenor viola da gamba, a bass viola da gamba, a two-hole flute, a wooden flute, and various percussion instruments. In my opinion, it's not a problem to blend instruments from various regions of the world as long as it sounds good. You don't have to recreate specific folklore traditions, you just need to compose a cool piece of music. What's really important is that the instrumentation complement each other in timbre. If a composer uses only instruments with similar timbres, the track will sound lifeless and boring. That's why I incorporated percussion, plucked strings, bowed strings, and woodwinds. In this way, the overtones blend together to form a fuller sound. The Celtic fiddle plays one of the main melodies, while the tagelharpa provides accompaniment. As for the Celtic fiddle, I used an Impact Soundworks library, while the tagelharpa comes from Best Service Dark Era. The tenor viola da gamba plays a connecting melody linking the sections. The harp mostly performs arpeggios, while the medieval lute provides chords. The two-hole flute plays the intro and outro melody, accompanied by the wooden flute, while together they perform runs during the main theme. The two-hole flute has a very high-pitched voice, so it stands out from the accompaniment. That's why I employed it as a main instrument. In general, the high-pitched percussion instruments play faster rhythmic patterns. This is because their bright timbre makes them more suitable for rapid figures. It's important to know the difference between 2/4 and 4/4 time signatures. They are not the same. In simple time signatures, the downbeat is the first beat in each measure since we need to emphasize it. It sounds very different if we highlight every second beat versus emphasizing every fourth beat. I'll show you an example. Before we begin, I'd like to let you know that the MIDI files and project files for these pieces are available on my Patreon page for supporters, just like all the MIDI and project files for my YouTube videos. If you find my content helpful and interesting, please consider supporting the channel. Thank you. There's a simple trick to creating a loopable track. If the outro melody continues the intro melody, the track will loop seamlessly. Of course, you also need to pay attention to the dynamic levels of the instruments, since sudden changes in dynamics can cause noticeable issues in the sound. You don't need a complex chord progression to compose an engaging piece of music. In this style, more complex or borrowed chords can sound inauthentic or anachronistic. My most important advice for this kind of music is just keep it simple. Let's take a look at the chord progression I created.